Today I'm going to be recommending a few roguelikes that I have played and I have enjoyed a lot. I'm a huge fan of the genre, so I'm only going to be talking about the ones that I enjoy enough to recommend to newer players as well as more hardcore ones. Later down the line, I'll probably make separate videos on each of these as well if you guys want me to. Without any delay, let's get right into this. If you like how Zelda 1's dungeons play, then you'll like this game, as the gameplay was heavily inspired by those dungeons. This game also has a heavy religious theme that can be a turnoff to some, but it's never anything outright disrespectful, I'd say. The game revolves around Isaac, who has escaped into his house's basement to get away from his mother, who has been trying to kill him for being impure in the eyes of God. Your earliest goal in the game is to defeat Isaac's mother and eventually delve deeper into what exactly is going on in this game's story, which I find pretty interesting as well. One of the easier roguelikes once you know what you're doing. Item combos in this game make it really fun to experiment with what you pick up and what you don't. Progression is also fun, as you unlock new characters and new items to pick up next run as well, as new floors and new endings, which the game has about 16 total with all the DLC included. To have the most fun with this game, it's a good idea to pick up all the DLC, because for me, Vanilla Rebirth is kind of meh. Rebirth is a really good starter roguelike, and super fun. It also has co-op if you want to bring friends. The modding community is also huge for the game, so you could pick and choose quality of life stuff, which I can't play without all of the time. If you're into platformers, you'll feel right at home playing Spelunky. This is a roguelike that focuses more on platforming than most others I've seen. Pretty much, you're a spelunker that is exploring a bunch of caves to get treasure and find out the secrets of the caves themselves, and why the walls keep shifting and changing each time you die and re-enter. For me at first, it was hard to get used to taking things more slowly, as if you run through everything in this game, it's very easy to die. Getting comboed to death, which is referred to as getting splunked by most of the players, by enemies isn't uncommon, and fall damage can be extremely deadly as well. Almost everything that damages you also stuns you for a short or long time, which could lead to you watching helplessly as your character gets flung around like a rag doll until they die. Fucking with shopkeepers is probably one of my favorite things to do in this game, as you can kill them and rob their shop, and they always drop a shotgun, which is incredibly helpful. The drawback is, for the rest of the run, shopkeepers will be waiting at each exit to kill your ass. Most of the time, the other enemies will murder them first though, or they'll get killed by the level itself. The music is also incredible. It makes having to restart a run not so bad, since I get to hear the music from each level again. Overall, it's a really fun game. It also has co-op, and I've killed tons of hours playing it with friends. It can lose you some friends though, since you can kill each other, whether that be from accidental whippings or purposely throwing someone to their death. I'm gonna keep this short since I have a whole ass video you could watch about it. If you're into hardcore, old school style roguelikes, then you'll enjoy this one a ton. It's really unforgiving and unfair at times, and you're gonna be going through a lot of trial and error at first until you see what works. The game has a built-in manual that can answer pretty much any question that you have as well as a cool progression system. You start out really weak, but through unlocking heritages, you'll eventually become able to work your way through dungeons and reach a high enough level to challenge the king and win the game. Overall, it's really fun and it's cheap as well, including the DLCs, which I think you should pick up to enjoy the game to its fullest. If you're into third-person shooters, you'll like this one a lot. Despite being the one I've played the least, I've had a lot of fun with this one. The characters you could play all feel pretty varied and offer different experiences. This game can be incredibly difficult though, it's probably the one I've struggled the most with, as the game gets harder every second you play literally. The only times I've gotten really far are because I've been carried by my friends, since this game also has co-op. Like Isaac, the item combos you could bring together are really fun to see along with the active items as well. Overall, fun game, but really difficult for me alone, but maybe I'm just a scrub. Anyway, that's all I had to talk about today. If anything I spoke about interested you, look them up on Steam and get playing. Thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate you guys a lot, and it's been nice to see people like the stuff I'm putting out. Like, comment, and sub if you like the video though, and I'll see ya.